Oh, it's an honor. It's an absolute honor to have you back. So we're talking about imposter syndrome, and I wanted to get your take on how it impacts you. What have you experienced, et cetera. So I'm going to ask you the first question. Um,
Kind of like a failure, I'm thinking of just sometimes at work where there's a project that I need to get done, but often say my job is great for someone who has ADHD or attention issues, because you're never able to do the same thing for very long. And so you have these great ideas, and I know that's happened a few times in the past where they're going to think I'm not as good. They're going to think I don't know what I'm doing or what I'm talking about. I'm a failure at this. And I've really over the years had to just release that feeling of like I just can't if I can't. And it would get me really to the point. I think one time I have a friend. I know she's going to shoot straight with me, and she's going to tell me whether or not it was good. And so that first Wednesday to the next Wednesday, it was just like, it was horrible. See, I don't need to do this. I'm not as good as everyone else. So that's really where I live. And even in planning things, like currently I'm planning a retreat with a team of ladies, but I am the leader, I guess. And so sometimes we will go and check out different venues. It's not even oh, I was going to ask that too. It's like, if that wasn't even on my radar. And that's just not how I think. And the whole, so I've just become into thinking, okay, Connie, you're not good at everything. You're not always the smartest person in the room, but you have strengths. And so what are your strengths? Lean into those. As a counselor, a lot of times, especially of kids, a lot of times people will come to me.
you kind of led into my my next and last question, which is, um, what society culture factors contribute, do you think contribute to imposter syndrome? Like perfectionism, you mentioned comparison, or, some of your own experiences. So what do you think culturally, if any, contribute to that? Yeah, yeah. I mean, they mentioned there's a lot of point phrases, and you're right, there's a lot of speeches about it, but getting into the nitty-gritty and kind of talking like our inner circle. And that's what some of the work that I've been doing is having people talk within the inner circle to kind of get into a deep rooted where that comes from. And it never goes away. It's not like it's a